and Nick got swallowed by Moby Dick. No joke. All right. On that note. Welcome to wow, that I came in on a roaring fire of carpet flying through Aladdin's land. Oh my god, what the just happened? Welcome to Nerdentials. God, I'm slurring. God, that's not good. It's not a good look on me. We're gonna put this as a cold open, or we'll keep it right here.
Do you want to re-roll the thing and then start over again?
Re-rolling. God, I cannot get over that intro. How did we get sexy? Wish.com, Henry Cavill. How did we do it? I don't know. Welcome to Nerdentials. God damn it. You're pulling them at, and that's fine. It helps. And maybe I'll clip whatever the hell it is you said, but I'm going to scrub over it right now, metaphysically. Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials, covering film, TV, video games, and comic books. I'm your host, Joe, tweeting long but not lost. Yeah, the hiatus, we're all feeling it. It's been hard. It's been harsh. But I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We're coming back better than ever. I am joined by two of my fellow co-hosts, brothers in arms that I have deeply enjoyed over the course of the last, I'd say year, but we've been gone for a year. Damn it. All right, well, circumventing 2022, because that's a lost cause. We're in the fall of 2023, and I am joined by none other than the sexy Wish.com version of Jeff Goldblum, the Nick Thomas. Down below, I will incorporate claps. Welcome, Nick. How you doing?
Fantastic. Glad to be here. It's been a while. Too long.
God, it's like you've never left. The responses are spot on and perfect. Also, I'd like to throw over to the other corner, the new member / old member now, even though the amount of episodes do not equate the amount of time we've been here, sadly, but still cherished and loved by all. We have the deeply satisfying, super sexy Wish.com version of Henry Cavill himself, the Ryan Kuhn. Welcome, sir. Welcome back.
How's it going?
It's going great, and I wish at some point, guys, I deeply hope that on our 200th episode, at some point, you guys can come up with the Wish.com version of What Am I? Because it's very generic.
I'll give it some thought.
Unremarkable. Sorry, not depressed at all, but thank you, Ryan, for taking some thought into this. I have to give a shout out because he was in the credits. Dang it. But we still missed the fiery Red Ginger himself, who I tried desperately to get on our episode tonight. The Matthew Johnson. I'd do a rest in peace joke. It's long gone. He's not dead. He's just gone for now. Busy with family, and we understand. We'll get him on in the fall sometime, hopefully in October, because that's when our I'm bringing it back, guys. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to set it in stone, and I'm going to hope my cohorts here, my co-hosts, hold me to it. 31 days of horror gaming. 31 days.
Let's do it.
100%. I've got quite a library built up, and I'm going to try to throw you guys a slew of new horror games throughout the month of October. And with any luck, we'll do our top 10 favorites, horror movies, and maybe horror series, because there's been a lot that's come out over the last few years.
I just want you to know, I just broed Matt 30 times.
You did what to Matt 30 times?
Broed him.
Brody. Whoa.
Bro.
Did you spam bro him? Really? You know, if he doesn't respond to any of that, I think we got to call
I didn't
911,
think
right? That's
hair being in
the
my ear
go-to.
pissed me off this much.
God
So I'm putting the hat
dang
back
it,
on.
Henry Cavill. Put your damn Witcher hair away. Thank you. It's sort of away, but I see it dripping down your sides like a fairy tale waterfall. Stop it, asshole. I think I want to throw this out there for all the listeners. Our goal, after coming back after all this time, is to eventually incorporate some more steady flow of nerd news. We keep up on it ourselves, and that's kind of like the staple of our early stuff. And then we slowly segued to the, whoa, God, the hair becomes the mask. Have you ever done an AI TikTok with the hair like that? You should.
I haven't, but I'm going to now.
Oh, okay. Now that I've put that in your thought, I'm going to later tonight post a video. You remember the Spider-Man AI thing you did?
Yeah.
Because I totally did it myself several times.
Nice.
I came up with something super shocking. Didn't post it yet because I wanted to get your reaction. And I wanted to see your reaction. So teaser till later in the episode. We'll do that. That being said, guys, we're going to do some catch-up, some personal first-hand reviews, hot takes on things we've watched, played, and seen since last we talked. Sadly, there's been a couple months in between since last we talked. So for now, the long short of it is, guys, welcome to episode 128 of the podcast. If you're listening to us on the podcast, it's because you found us across all platforms that are podcast worthy. I don't have a script in front of me, so I'm literally going off of memory. However,
that's the way to be anyway.
Usually, especially if you've been doing it a while, it's a good way to go. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and anywhere else podcasts matter. We'll cut it there for now. Also, if you want to see the video version, you want to see our goofy shenanigans and a little bit of video in between, we are on youtube.com. youtube.com/C/Nerdentials. Sadly, we came in super late and had to add in that stupid C for a channel. Anyway, guys, type in Nerdentials on YouTube. You'll find us. It's not even a question. Also, you could Google the name too, because that will show up everywhere. And although at this moment inactive, but will 100% be reactive by the time I post this, is you can go to one special location. I look at Nick on the side screen and hope everyone's looking up at the same time.
I was looking us up on Spotify.
Oh, God, that is fine. But also, I hope Nick remembers our special location to find all things Nerdentials, a nice little place called nerdentialsmedia.com. God, there it is. There it is, Ryan. That is the signature response, and that's okay. It's okay. It's been way too long since anyone's heard that. So thanks, Nick, for keeping it fresh, keeping it in the back of your memory banks. Anyway, guys, we're back. The boys are back, as we joke about sometimes. Not on our videos, clearly off air. Anyway,
back down.
Anyway, moving forward, here is where because this is a catch-up episode, we're just going to deliver the full set of topics. We're going to hit movies, TV, end with gaming, and then just say, hey, let's hop back on next week or the week after. But we're going to try to jump back in. So here is the best spot to do it. That being said, guys, let me cue up the proper background / transition because it's been so long. All of this is just going to be hot take reviews today, whenever you're watching, of what we've watched, or tomorrow. what we've watched, played, or been into. So it's going to be very freeform tonight. Thanks for joining us. We've missed all your beautiful faces. Guys, let's jump into Movie Matters. Welcome to Movie Matters, guys. In this segment, I'll put timestamps down below in our description of this video on any title that we're going to talk about, hot take or review tonight. Ryan looks heavy to go, like hot and ready, and so I'm going to...
on my bed, so I get to bounce now.
It would actually be awesome if you had a background that looked like the landscape was moving behind you. It would look like you were running.
Yeah, like just shaky cam background. That'd be...
Let me see what I can do.
Well, that being said, while you hotwire that potential scenario, Nicholas, I did have an outline, but unfortunately it wasn't an outline for news. It was just literally a list of all the things I've watched literally over the last, I want to say, month and a half. And I'd say it's fair that if we want to just kind of recap, give our fiery impressions over just the last 2 months. Sadly, that's, it's been at least a couple months since we've been current with each other and our audience. So I've got a huge list, and I'm curious, is there any one particular thing that you want to fire off in the last couple months that you've watched? It could be the newest thing or something you finally caught up on, because me personally have a lot of catch up. I've done a lot of back watching.
I've seen a few movies recently, actual movies in the theater.
Well, this is going to be the fiery topics for our clickbait thumbnail and title. It'll have to be. But it's a catch-up episode still, but also I'd love to hear your hot takes on whatever current things you've been able to catch.
We're going to call one of the ones I watched is Michael Keaton's The Flash. I'm not going to say Ezra Miller because he's a horrible human being.
Tell me about the Michael Keaton Flash. Tell us about that, sir.
There were a lot of moments within the movie where I kind of just thought to myself, were they high writing this? Because they made really bad puns, really bad jokes at really bad times. Some of the CG was questionable. Mm-hmm. Okay, a lot of the CG was questionable.
It's okay. You can hold back as much or as little as you want. Be honest, though. Friends and family like to know how you feel.
With how much money and how much time they spent on making this movie, there is no reason, no rhyme, and no deniable plausibility that should have been as the CG was as bad as it was. Other than that, there were parts in the movie that I enjoyed the hell out of it. Found myself laughing, found myself excited for seeing things I wanted to. But overall, I couldn't get past the visuals of it. And it hampered the whole thing for me. Man, and I went into it already kind of like, I don't know if I even want to watch this to support what
everything else about it.
Yeah,
aside from
I didn't want to support the movie for what Ezra Miller has been doing and all the crap he's gotten into in the last year and a half. Yeah, no, but I went to it because it was a date night with me and my wife on our 14-year anniversary.
Sorry. Feeling out loud. I gave her the option
of a few movies because I picked a few that I could do a review on. And by the way, I'm going to give you my score.
That's fine. Totally.
This will be the first score for a DC superhero movie you will ever get that's this low.
Oh,
I'm giving it a solid 4 out of 10.
Oh, man.
Damn.
It's not a surprise. It's just a realization.
Those 4 points are all from Michael Keaton.
I mean, he's a legend, so that makes sense.
No,
you can't fault greatness. You can only fault.
Yeah, no, it's silly. You could tell Michael Shannon did not want to be in the movie.
So the recuts were not okay. So we're not going deep. I just want to clarify the scenes we saw, like trailers and otherwise, of here this cameo, that cameo. Those were fresh takes, not recut from old footage.
No, you could see that in the previews for the movie that he was back in there, and I was reading on it. Quite literally, he got the call and said, "Hey, we want you to come back to do this," and he's like, "Wait, my character died. Why would I be back in this?" He was confused. And then he after everything was all said and done, he actually came up and said, this was the most mind-numbingly stupid thing he's ever recorded. He was like, I didn't understand why I was even there.
Damn.
That's hard to swallow for anyone.
And it came through in his character.
He's still playing Zod, right?
Yeah. He's playing Zod as if Superman had never killed him.
Oh, that's right. They're trying to erase Henry Cavill.
Alternate take, yeah.
It was actually completely different than that. But yes, he is.
Sorry, I was generalizing, having not General Zod, having never seen it.
I do like where they went with the Flashpoint paradox.
The overall story.
I like the direction they went with it. I like the cameos in it, so stay tuned to the movie after the credits if you do watch it.
How many end scenes? 1, 2, just one. Okay. So here's what I want to do just to like settle the field of discussion, because we could all go a lot longer knowing everything about it. Let me ask the question, and then if you feel like you need to elaborate, open floor. Go ahead, right? So the question is, from a perspective of a host who does in our podcast, I don't want to give away anything beyond, because I haven't even seen it. I kind of want to know your feelings coming out of it, as much as you didn't care for the film as a whole. Knowing the direction of DC, the direction that at least what we know publicly from James Gunn's mouth, where does the end of this film leave you overall with where you think they're gonna go? Let's do it that way, as a fan.
The way they wrote this movie completely erases the Snyderverse, and they did it on purpose.
Yeah, of course, and
that's what I expected.
We all knew that. But where are you left feeling? I don't want to, no spoilers, but where are you left feeling about?
Where am I left feeling? I'm left feeling disappointed and upset, because it was already written that they were going to do it. Michael Keaton had a contract to come back to play Bruce Wayne again. If this movie did well, they were going to do fucking Batman Beyond. We got robbed from that because of what they failed here.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm pissed.
All right, hold on, Ryan. Keep going, Nick. Keep going. This feels fire. Keep going.
No. Probably one of my favorite things to do with Batman time period and all that is Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis, and the things they could have done with it. And having Michael Keaton come back as Old Man Batman for that would have been amazing.
Perfect. It would have been the right age and perfect.
I would kill for that.
Yeah, because He's in his 80s in the animated series. He's in his 80s in the animated series, and the actor is like end of his 70s, so like would have been good. Could have been good.
Well, yeah, just think about it.
Yeah.
No,
this is like a whole podcast on its own. I'm trying to. I know I don't want to cut anyone off on their feelings and venting. I just want to see if you can compartmentalize your end, coming out of the movie feelings. Is there hope in Warner Brothers coming out of this?
All right, coming out of the movies.
I'm sorry, Nick. I hate to do that to you.
I'm going to preface this. The week before, me and my wife went and watched another movie. We watched The Little Frickin' Mermaid, live action. I enjoyed that more than this.
Goddamn, Disney live actions have sucked too.
And I wanted to trip and fall down the stairs in the theater there and break my neck so I didn't have to watch it all the way. But I enjoyed it more than this movie. But to leave you there,
my teeth are hurting.
When I was leaving, I thought to myself, that trailer for the next DC movie is going to be amazing. I watched the trailer for The Blue Beetle, and that's what gives me hope. Because James Gunn is coming out firing on all cylinders.
Okay. I know we're all trying to like review, catch up, this and that, but I feel
I haven't seen any movies, so I'm here for the ride.
I know I am too, Ryan. So like we've done a lot of catch up. I've done a lot of catch up on my own time. Shazam, Black Adam. I've watched a lot of stuff. So like we're picking at Nick's brain right now for this episode. This is kind of the direction it's gone, and depending on how long this portion goes, this might be our whole episode. Let's see where it goes. Let's just ride it naturally. Let's see where it goes. Okay.
I'm okay with picking at Nick's brain for 2 hours.
I'm okay with that too. I'm totally okay, even if he thinks that's weird and awkward. Nick, come on, dude. You're the brainchild of like the comic book lore. You're like that wizard that Billy Batson went to. And like everything, but you're an asshole and you don't tell us at all, right? You're in that space right now, and I'm trying to make it funny. Okay, so just smirk.
I'm going to tell you this when you go into the movie.
Okay, go ahead. Finish up about this movie.
Ever read Flashpoint? Watched any media on Flashpoint?
The animated movie is fantastic.
I don't want to talk about that. I recently watched it myself, Nick. I've seen the animated movie for it.
Know that the director and the writers made a smart choice to not copy it straight along. They took the idea of the Flashpoint paradox and went a completely different direction on purpose.
Good.
So all the stuff normally see in the Flashpoint paradox isn't there. This is a completely different universe. Different
good
that he went off of.
It needs to be, right?
Yeah.
For the movies, it has to be.
Yeah, I was glad that they did that. And because I didn't want it tied to anything that I actually loved in this.
Yeah. No, and that's why God, selfishly, dude, like that's why Warner Brothers did this.
But
we hate that part of it, but this is why they did that, so they could walk away clean and move forward. We all know this, no matter how badly we hate it.
There is a scene within this that something's happening when you watch it. This was a part that I wanted to watch just for what happened in this scene.
Keep it vague.
I want
to hold on.
Worlds colliding type thing.
Okay.
And they're showing all the different universes, and one of the different universes gives us a version of a character that they talked about that we never saw.
Never saw coming?
No, a different version of a character we've seen so many renditions of.
Oh.
And they were going to make a movie with this actor.
Oh.
But they didn't.
Nicolas Cage.
Stop it.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm right, aren't I?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Damn it! Stop! God, you're okay.
Like once you said, I'm like, you could be lying right now. You could be gaslighting me, but once you said something we've all wanted to see for years.
But all I'm saying, that piece alone and Batman, Michael Keaton made it like I'm glad I sat through this eye bleach pouring session to watch this
for that. For
this was worth the torture.
Damn.
God, I've got no B footage, no B-roll. I can't cut away from the truth of what you said, dude.
Sorry, no. Ezra Miller is hard to watch.
He would be if you've read the news, which is why.
Not just that.
Oh, really? Just acting the shit.
Not a great actor.
The character.
It's
grating. It's aggravating. He's annoying beyond belief. Mannerisms, the way he acts.
Yeah, like regardless of script, like it didn't matter what you told him to say, you just can't watch him. Is that what you're getting at?
Regardless.
Because you could be like, oh, he's such a great actor. Oh, it was a shitty script. Like you can forgive an actor sometimes for a shitty script, but you're saying Ezra Miller it's beyond a script. It doesn't matter how bad the writing is. It's just too hard to watch. Come on record. Okay, say it, Nick.
Awful to watch.
Ezra Miller is awful to watch regardless of script. I think that needs to be said. Man. Remember when before all of this, before the release of this, we heard the allegations of his
creepy
public violence towards women. And I read the articles about damn it, like Warner Brothers, regardless of their corporate entity image, they're trying to do something. They're trying to set things in a different direction, and their lead actor for this, I watched a Looper video. Shout out to you, Looper, YouTube channel. They do good stuff. And so, like they said, why did the Flash bomb? And like the number one focus of why the show failed is marketing was not just limited, but Ezra Miller was 100% absent, and no shit. Because who wants to promote a violent human being behind your flagship movie? That made every chance that the Flashpoint movie could have ever done better. As I'd like to say this on record, and I will always say this, and like I'm a dude that's down for forgiving, but he's not interested in changing. He's not interested in fixing his shit. And for that reason, I'm gonna look right at you, audience. For that reason, I will never enjoy an Ezra Miller performance because he's a piece of shit human being, and that sucks to say. From someone who wants to see hard-shelled people do better, I don't care if he ever does better because it's not about the fandom even. I hate the fact that he hits women in public. Like, what the hell? What the hell is a huge corporation supposed to do with a lead actor? Imagine Henry Cavill. Could you imagine how much disdain I'd feel for Henry Cavill if he was violent towards anyone?
It would literally break my fucking heart.
It'd break all our hearts, and no one was
my favorite actor.
And Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anyone was ever invested in Ezra Miller even prior to these allegations.
Yeah, not really. Not anyone I know.
No one I know either. I don't think anyone had a heartthrob for him. And then being a violent person in public, holy shit, burn the canister, move on. And that's what we have to do in this podcast. We need to move on. But I'd like to bring it back to a positive note, Nick. I love the fact that despite that piece of trash existing in Hollywood, that there were aspects of this film that tickled your fancy in a good way and led you to believe that there's some good direction that might come out of it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No,
this universe is dead.
Yeah, and we all kind of sadly knew that.
Unfortunately, Warner Bros. Is trying to distance itself from Snyderverse at all costs. And I think the reason why they pulled the trigger on letting this go, even though Ezra, is because they knew it would bomb. And they did it on purpose.
Well,
they wanted something so bad to completely shrapnel the Snyderverse.
Okay. Again, this could be a whole other discussion because I'd love to unfold the feelings about this. You're not wrong at all. Like, what shocks me is like if Ezra Miller was the focal point for all of this, even through the Snyderverse, it'd be like, well, there'd be so much hatred for one individual, right? But for whatever reason, I don't think he was a problem during the Justice League filming. I don't think Ezra Miller was a problem yet. I don't think he was then. And maybe we're wrong. Maybe he was. But it's so confusing and so disingenuous. We have no idea why corporate Warner Brothers has any problem with the version of Zack Snyder's DC heroes. Like, none of that makes sense to me. And it still doesn't, in light of Ezra Miller's shit show of a flagship, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, Ezra Miller is a piece of shit human being, and yet we're still like, no, Warner Brothers wants nothing to do with Zack Snyder. But like, why? And like, I don't want to dig into that now. That's a long conversation. But it still confuses me, right, Ryan? It still doesn't make sense. Ezra is an asshole, but Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, what's wrong with them? None. Those are starlight actors. Zack Snyder is not the best director in the world. He went through a family tragedy, and Warner Brothers took that opportunity, I say, hired Joss Whedon to Marvel-fy it during a tragedy that Zack Snyder was dealing with. So it's like, what is Warner Brothers' problem? And we still stick around because they own our favorite property. That part kind of, and I hope all fans.
It's like we're all collectively held hostage by a mega corporation who doesn't give a shit about us.
It kind of, and it's so weird. Like, they're still afloat making money, even though we're mad at them. It's like, damn it, right?
Give us what we fucking want, please.
But I gotta believe that the handful of the lower folk, the mid-range folk, the James Gunns of the industry, have to hope that their talent is so beyond anything Warner Brothers can understand. That Warner Brothers, I hope that Warner Brothers is leaning on that.
Yeah.
Because if no one's going to carry it, if the corporate themselves ain't going to carry these properties, I hope a fan who's willing to suck a little. Sorry, didn't mean to be graphic. But meaning,
come on, Nick, we got some work to do.
If the paycheck is big enough for him, I hope that, being the huge fan he is, that he can make waves through the stupid corporate that holds our IP hostage, right? That's where I land.
If I could make a Red Hood movie, it would be brutal as fuck.
If it was James Gunn, it'd be brutal as fuck, and that's where we're sitting, right? Sitting, hoping and wondering that the biggest.
Instead of going to Hollywood, I'm over this. I'm gonna go become a screenwriter.
Yeah,
I'm done.
They're needing them right now with that writers.
That was like a strike or something.
Yeah, big one.
Well, then it's my time to shine.
Yeah, man, you should hop over there now and join the picket.
Yeah, I get to go back to my favorite place, California.
Well, guys, real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna take stock of where we're at. Still talking movies. Still talking DC. Should I do some recaps of some DC films I've watched, and should we just chop this up to like a movie episode?
let's go over some movies you watched, right?
Okay, so you want me to just do some references of DC films I've caught up on?
It doesn't have to just be DC, because I also know you watched a movie that I want to see, which is called The Super Mario Bros.
God, I want to watch that so bad.
Yeah.
But my wife didn't want to watch it.
No wives.
Nicholas?
You and I go on a bro date. We'll watch it up on my flat screen up here.
Hey, Ryan, you should either go over to him or have him log into his Movies Anywhere account, because I bought it and it's available on Movies Anywhere
on my TV.
What?
Nick is like, wait, what? Nick, really? I've had it since it came out on video. Really? Come on, bro. Why haven't
we'll make some popcorn and cuddle.
You were here for me for Cocaine Bear, and I watched it. Yeah, you don't remember?
I'm down for Mario. I'm down for Mario and Chill.
Yeah, Mario and Chill's available for you right now, Nick. Right now, we own it. We bought it.
We'll see if we can go get Kevin involved in this cuddle puddle.
I love that, and if you guys could, like, I don't know, mobile phone it. You ain't gotta record it here. Just like record some off canter little. Anyway, I need to get another drink to refresh.
I am single, and I'm not opposed to married men.
Well, good. You got one that's close to you. I can't speak for myself because I don't live anywhere near you.
I know, Ryan. It's the beard. It is fabulous.
Yeah. I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to give my hot take on some films I've watched over the last month or two that your dear friend and host of the show has been behind. And much to the chagrin of any fellow nerd or my cohorts here, they might be like, it's about fucking time. You know what I mean? Maybe one of those moments. Okay. So, guys, not limited to, I'm going to just give you a hot take list, and then I'm going to ask Ryan and or Nick, or both, always both, if they want to hear any hot takes from a specific title. There's a couple that I will absolutely give you hot takes because I need to say something about it, right? One of those things. So, over the last year, I was heavily out of the loop from Marvel and DC, and I just took a mental break from trying to keep up with everything because there's so much going on. But now I am so excited about so many things coming up that it's left me being like, oh my God, I can't believe I hadn't watched these yet. And thank God for streaming services, because HBO Max, now rebranded as Max with an O in the A, has all our Warner Brothers DC stuff. And, well, Disney Plus continues adding their Marvel movies to their repertoire, which is great for me, who can't always go to the theater. Having said that, we're going to continue the DC wagon for a minute, and I'm going to give you a hot take on 3 DC films that I have been way too long waited for me to see. Shazam, number 1. I started chronologically because I was like, I know they connect. I know there's plots. I don't want to miss out. So, Shazam.
Wait a second. You just started the original Shazam?
Yeah, the first one, because the sequel just came out this year.
I haven't seen it either.
Nick, I tried to avoid embarrassing our audience and my host by pretending that I've constantly been up to date. And you know this is not 100% true. You know this offhandedly, even if you didn't want to hear it. You know
I just love it how much it bothers Nick if I haven't seen something.
It bothers him if all of us, like his network of friends, he's like, really, guys, like that's his feelings right now. His beard is turning more gray as we linger. Ryan, we need to fix this now. Okay,
we are supposed to be the authority on all things nerdy.
Yeah,
get your shit together, and get it all in a box and get it together.
Get it all together.
The group. I watch all the anime.
All together.
I have no room
all
to talk.
Together.
I just finally caught up on Bleach.
Oh damn.
Oh well.
You know, I've binged like 15 animes in the past 2 weeks.
I was like, you're not the only one, Nick. I've been catching up on things myself. Anyway, let's move forward, guys. We all know all of us are behind in different areas, more than others, and more in certain areas than others. So that being said, that's why we're trying to get back to it. The grind of the podcast, the community of friendship where we share our shit and we share it with the public. That's where this is. That's our platform.
Did we talk about the D&D movie last time we recorded?
Well, it was mentioned. Yes, it was.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Nick gave a hot take review. I do recall.
Yeah, because
it was in there.
We went and saw it together.
Yeah,
and
really
and Nick told me I need to check it out, and I didn't. But I can check it out now. I can check it out now. You know why? Because it's on Max. It's on Max now, not HBO Max, but Max. Rebranded as the place to go. It's on there. I can watch it now anytime. And I've watched several before that. Hear me out. I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying to share. I will watch that one. I promise. Nick told me how much I need to. That being said, Shazam. Most personal opinion, most underrated DC film ever, hands down, etc., etc., etc. I think Nick is shaking his head in agreement.
I loved the first one. It was.
I was like, you just gotta say, yeah, dude. Like, when I say underrated, like it's yeah. Like, I knew your feelings about it. I knew based on trailers it was gonna be a fun ride. I just did not know the level. I didn't know the level of depth and heartwarming feelings I'd have after watching it.
Before you go and give your hot take on it real quick, where I said that I can't stand Ezra Miller in anything at all, ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On the other end of that spectrum, Zachary Levi is gold on screen.
He's the Henry Cavill.
I fell in love with his acting watching Chuck. Do you remember Chuck?
I didn't see it. I know about it.
Oh,
I know about it.
Chuck
I did not.
great.
I haven't. I will watch it now based on what you're saying. I'll watch it now.
Oh, Chuck was a fantastic. Oh.
Yeah,
fantastic show.
You're right. Levy made me cry in the first movie, and guess what? Even though critics were less than favorable second time around, I cried the second time. God damn it, so good.
We don't listen to the critics.
No, we don't.
No, critics fucking suck. They don't know anything about anything. They just do it for money.
They suffer from the dumbs.
They do. Mm-hmm. So that being said, just to like short tail, curve tail this, like let's keep moving forward. I'll make it brief. I loved every minute of it. God dang it! Like Billy Batson, like the heart, the story is so well done. Foster care, lost his mom, trying to find his mom for 10 years, blah blah blah, and then getting the gift of the wizard Shazam and the memes. I love the humor. This is DC at its best, where it literally I am so ashamed I don't know the director on this one, but they played into the humor, and it wasn't Marvel, it was DC humor. This was like personal, close to the vest. It was meaningful. Like, I love Marvel in the comics, I love Marvel in the movies. They have found a cookie cutter pattern, and a lot of fans will say, yeah man, 30 movies in, it's starting to get a little formulaic. No kidding. Billionaire CEOs figured out, hey, what makes generic fans happy about superheroes? And boom, that's what Marvel did. Does not mean that Marvel is insignificant. You can still enjoy Marvel movies. But DC somehow found their golden child in a director and writer, and Levy here for the role. And they found that sweet spot of humor, heartwarming storytelling. I literally teared up at the end of Shazam. That's my hot take. I got to leave it there because it could do individual episodes about breaking down certain movies, and would totally do that upon request. Commenters on YouTube, you let us know. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Heartwarming, heart-wrenching, beautiful, well done. I love it so much. Now, forward fast, I knew that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who'd been vying for the role of Black Adam for way longer than anyone should. I feel bad for all of that, but he was the perfect Black Adam in this film. However, my shortchange hot take is I still have to praise Shazam. When I look at what they did with Black Adam, I'm like, it was fun. It was dramatic. It was a lot of money spent on special effects, but I was still like, and I love the Justice Society characters. That's where Nick will agree with me. He's like, yeah, oh man, certain characters were OP, but like Nick enjoyed this film for all those characters, being able to see them in the silver light, the silver screen, sorry. But I think Nick will agree with me that it still sadly pales in comparison to the Shazam film, the first one. They hit every note in the right way. It hit all our heartstrings. It was funny. It was wild and amazing. And I'll go against critics on Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. It was mixed reviews, but still did well. And I was as emotional and just as heartwarmed by the sequel in Shazam. And I will go on record as saying I loved the idea and concept of Black Adam and Dwayne Johnson. But Zachary Levi as Shazam in the sequel and Fury of the Gods and his fun. God damn it. Kids in foster care. Kids of Shazam. They teased it at the end of the first one, so it's a spoiler if you'd never watched the first one. It's a huge focus on the second one, and it blew my mind emotionally, fanatically, cinematically. I loved Shazam Fury of the Gods more than Black Adam.
The Shazam kids were so well done, and how it was done was so impactful that Marvel needed to ride on his coattails and do the same thing with Thor with all those kids,
which is an amazing, cute scene. I have watched it, and you agree with me, but you're also like taking that in context. Like, yeah, they tried to do something similar. Yeah. I don't agree. I don't disagree. I
do have to say though, Shazam 2 has given me a newfound respect for Skittles.
Oh my god, that's a whole scene, Ryan. You have HBO access. Please watch those two back to back. Nick makes a joke about Skittles, but it's a whole scene. It's a whole scene. Oh,
and you feel bad using your HBO Max because we don't have a section for the nerds anymore, so I just keep adding shit to your guys' watch list.
Don't feel bad. The unicorns, there are unicorns, and our sweet Darla, my favorite Shazam kid. Oh my god, I love her. She's a hugger. That's a line from movie 1. I say episode like it's a show. Unicorns are not to be messed with, and when you watch it, you'll understand why. I've never seen Ryan scarier, darker, more aggressive unicorns in my life.
Spoiler alerts.
That's it. I left it so wide open. If you've never, it's not in any trailers. I don't think you can just find it unless you look for that scene. Yeah, which you will find on YouTube. Don't look.
I'm not gonna.
I know you won't. I was surprised. I understood the cameo at the end of the first one. Head cut off. Oh my god. Warner Brothers at their best. I was shocked about the cameo at the end of the second one, Nick. And that's all I'm going to say.
I don't have it at the end of the second one. But,
damn it. Stay off the internet, Ryan.
Facebook, dude. Facebook ruins
Facebook's
everything.
internet. That's internet.
Yeah, I got to be on there to shitpost, though.
Oh, no. I'm not faulting you for that. Anyway. Okay. Black Adam loved, but the Shazam films outshined both of them personally for me. I love Black Adam. It was a great little chapter in DC. Sad. The Warner Brothers wants to delete the Snyderverse because Black Adam is Snyderverse. I don't know where Shazam's gonna end up. I'm sad for all of it, but Zachary Levi, perfect, so perfect as Billy Batson. I loved every moment of it. So good. That's my DC scope recently. 3 films, boom.
The Little Mermaid. My wife dragged me to this because she wanted to watch it, and I was resistant all the way.
Makes sense.
But I also grew up in the age of Disney, and some of the classic songs start playing, and you hear them, and it's like, Under the Sea. You can't help. But yeah.
No, you can't. You can't.
I like the direction they took it. They tried to keep it parallel with the original animated movie, but they gave it a new feel. I thought, what's his name? The actor they chose for Trident was a good choice.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
My phone's
forget
dead.
his name. And some of the creative choices they did to bring the mermaids to life was kind of cool, and I liked it. I liked the fact that they didn't try to like anthropomorphize the animals and stuff and make them kind of cartoony. They tried to keep them actually very lifelike.
Realistic.
Yeah. Like Flounder
cool.
was an actual cuttlefish.
Yeah, well, and then Sebastian the crab was very realistic in the trailer.
Yep.
So overall, for like your lasting thoughts on this latest live action remake.
They did a decent job on a live action remake. Did I think it needed a live action remake? No. But it was a decent job. The actor that actually played as Prince Eric.
Yeah,
I think he would be good.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good in a few other roles, few movies. He has a very expressional face, and he's physically built, so he'd be good for some other stuff.
Yeah. So all right, we can freestyle, free ball this because I didn't put notes down, guys. Don't be mad. We'll be more prepared in the future. Director Rob Marshall. Okay. Halle Bailey.
The Intrusive Thoughts one.
I like it.
All right. Good.
Melissa McCartney.
Okay, Eric was played by Jonah Howard King.
Yeah, Melissa McCartney as Ursula was brilliant.
It was Ursula. Mm-hmm. Javier Bardem played King Triton. Javier Bardem.
Yeah. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that guy.
That'd be interesting. That was he super CG or just kind of like prosthetics? Like, how did he appear to you? Him just with fins?
Him with a fin tail.
Okay. Yeah, super curious. I mean, I will have to watch it ourselves. But so okay, like you came into this saying you're not usually into the adaptation live action stuff, but on the 1 to 10 scale, and you didn't intend on going to this movie, what was your takeaway? What was your rating for it, despite all that?
Almost a 7.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad for someone who had no interest in going here, right?
Yeah.
And
I hate the live action movies, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a good enough praise to make me want to see it.
I was like, most of them are sad cash grabs. I'd say most Disney fans probably would agree that a lot of them are cash grabs. Lion King, frame for frame CG, like the whole thing. Like what?
Still haven't seen it.
What? I haven't seen it either, so I shouldn't talk ill. But it's like I've seen enough clips to know it's a scene for scene total CG cash grab. It's like
the only live action one that I thought they've actually done well at was Tarzan.
Oh. There's a lot of Tarzans. I'm trying to remember. I only remember the Brendan Fraser.
No, that's George of the Jungle.
Oh God, my bad.
This one had Margot Robbie.
Oh.
And one of the Skarsgård brothers.
Bill, maybe. Well, that was it. It.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I vaguely remember now what you're talking about, guys. It's been too long. We have enjoyed so much time together personally. Hopefully, you have too. If you just discovered us, welcome to the fam. I got to say that right now. And maybe we'll make it a thing. I don't know. But like, not the Godfathers, I think for that to be true, we need the redhead here. And then me and Ryan need to, like, I don't know, grow 10 inches of beard for that to even be. We can still call it the Brotherhood, whatever.
The intrusive thoughts win with me too much, man. I'll never get there.
Well, maybe one of these days. Maybe Halloween's coming up. October is around the corner. Maybe we buy some beards and do fun. I don't know. Anyway.
I was irritated I didn't get a picture of it, but we did the braid on the side.
Oh, did you dwarven braid that shit? God, Nick, where's the photos? Come on. You're not going to do it here. Where's the photos? Next time, please. Okay, photos. All right. But until then, guys, we're entering the spooky season. I've got a lot of ideas on the gaming channel. I am going to bring back hashtag 31 Days of Horror. Absolutely. I've been building up my library. I've been pre-recording some stuff, and with any luck, I'm going to try to post a daily video in October of a new horror game that I've never played. And that's always been my little fun goal to do. But alongside the 31 Days of Horror, I'm going to try to keep you guys all abreast of Game Pass releases. A lot of indies have been dropping. I'm going to try to keep those flowing. And I'm trying to come back to and finish Resident Evil 4 Remake. I know.
I actually just started another, like my 10th playthrough of it earlier today.
Only? Is that it?
I'm on professional again because why not?
I know. When I have access because of you, sir. But that is an ongoing. I have part 8 ready to go. I'm gonna post that this week.
Hell yeah.
I just finally got freaking the president's daughter, Ashley.
You still haven't left the village?
I just got Ashley.
Well, you're close. You're close.
In the video I'm gonna post, I just got Ashley. And if I was to promote anything, check out today's Player Pass episode. The Bookwalker just dropped, literally, indie title, amazing, freaking amazing. Weird. It's been so. And me and Nick and Ryan will talk. We'll talk gaming next episode. So many amazing titles on top of all the AAAs that are about to drop over the next 2 months. So we've got a lot of catch up to do with gaming as far as the podcast goes. But for now, that was just a foreshadowing of what we're working on and what we're going to bring to this channel. Podcast, though, this will be episode 128. And, God, so much more to catch up on. We haven't talked in a good several fortnights. All you nerds, you know what I mean by that. Several fortnights. Anyway, so just some teasers. Hopefully we get the Ginger Matt Johnson back on with us for some of that. And God, I can't wait to talk. A couple more teasers. Starfield.
Fuck yes.
Thank you, sir. Brain blown, and that's big enough on its own. I can't do any more teasers. That'd be probably a whole gaming episode.
That's going to be a busy gaming time for me because it's going to be both freaking Starfield and Lie of P.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. There are so many things announced that are dropping in September and October. It's going to be freaking hellfire, and hopefully we can cover it and touch base with our viewers, because this would be like the best time to do that, right? So, that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I got nothing else to say other than just like hit subscribe if you've enjoyed our conversation today. We're on YouTube right now, trying to fire back up the main website, trying to get the podcast audio firing on all cylinders this week. Wish me luck, cross your fingers. All that being said, man, it's been far too long for all of us. And I think all of us feel it based on how much we don't want to stop talking. So, guys, that being said, I'm going to lead into, and guess what, guys? I got it queued up. Don't worry. Oh, wait. Outro. There it is. Kidding. Sorry. It's going to be cheesy anyway. Now, if my gentlemen at the table recall, we're going to keep it short and simple. Thanks for watching. And as always, nerds, we will all see you on the other side.
On the other side.
Thank you for the cascading effect, Mr. Ryan and Nick.